Dr. Larry Woods. Dr. Woods has a lot of information in reference to capital punishment in Tennessee, and I think, Dr. Woods, you've been with us on a number of occasions, and I want to tell you how much we appreciate you coming by and dealing with us today.
I'm pleased to be here, Dr. Haney. It's a very timely topic, unfortunately always is, with the crime in our society and what we should be doing about it, and I'm honored to be here.
Very good, and I appreciate you too, Dr. Woods. But before we get started with capital punishment in Tennessee, Dr. Woods, let's have you to give us some information about your background, your education, and some of the things that were important in terms of bringing you to us this morning, and then we'll get into doing the second segment into capital punishment in Tennessee 2014.
Well, I can do that pretty quickly. I'm a Nashville guy, as you know, born in West Virginia, but moved here with my family when I was 3 or 2 years old, and been here ever since, except for school. I spent 4 years in Atlanta going to college, and 3 years in Chicago at law school, and have practiced law here essentially ever since, as well as taught constitutional law at Tennessee State University, as you well know. I think the formative influences for me, my brother Frank, who was at Vanderbilt Law School a couple years ahead of me, called me one day saying there was a notice up from a guy named Senator Avon Williams, that many of your viewers will know by reputation, needing research assistance on the death penalty in Tennessee. And my brother knew I had taken a course about it in law school, so he volunteered to help Senator Williams, called me for some research or ideas or focus. And that got me really interested, I think, in the death penalty and capital punishment. The course has been very academic, of course, and lawyer-oriented, but reading the stories of both the victims and the defendants in death penalty cases in Tennessee really brought it home to me. Then through the influence of people like Reginald Stewart and Robert I. Alexander and Dr. Charles Kimbrough, I got very involved in representing the NAACP on a regional basis in Tennessee, and they were involved in many of the death penalty cases in the 1960s and later in the 1970s. So my legal background, courses in this area, my brother getting me even more interested in the subject, and then working with the NAACP as well as several of the national anti-death penalty organizations really shaped my interest and focused my attention on the problems with punishment in the criminal justice system, and the worst problems are with the worst penalty, the death penalty.
You know, Dr. Woods, what I'd like to do here this morning is to take advantage of your historical knowledge in terms of the death penalty itself and sort of give us a summary. And I think we've got about 2 minutes in this segment, and we'll continue doing this second segment. Sort of give us a summary of the death penalty as such in the state of Tennessee, which is to say, looking back over it when it started and the impact that it had, and the kind of information that I'm sure that you generally teach in reference to this.
Well, I do. I teach some televised courses, and I've been interviewed on TV, not only